What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 34, and we start today's episode off looking at the global transfer network. Of course, with James Henry now gone, we can finally start to think about signing some new players, and of course the pre-contracts are a really good thing for a club like Millwall, to be honest, because we don't have that much money to work with, and we can possibly pick up some players for next season for free and just pay their wages. And I went into the South American scouts. I sent one out to Brazil and one to Argentina. I found a player called João Vitor, I think it is, and Cristian Manuel Chavez, and these players, like, they're on £750 a week, and we offered them 2.75k a week, and we'll see what they say. Mainly because that's what happened with Fabricio. We offered him a really low contract and he accepted it, and Fabricio's our best player, so best player on the overall, so yeah, that could be a great deal for us without having to spend much money. And also, of course, with James Henry now at the club, we do need to sign a new winger as well, and Kelvin, Porto came back to us and said, if you can give us £3 million, you can take him, and that's crazy. We got 4.75 million for James Henry. We could possibly buy Kelvin, who's probably going to be higher rated and with higher potential, for just £3 million. That's ridiculous, but we decided to ask for £2 million, just see if we can get him on the cheap. And also Sacco and Ince, it looks like those clubs aren't going to let us take them, so that kind of sucks, because I'd like to get those players. But João Vitor and Cristian Manuel Chavez, they both accept those pre-contracts, and then Porto accept the £2 million deal for Kelvin. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. So we can offer Kelvin a contract for just £2 million. That's ridiculous, because Kelvin, he's a very he's a Silva, if you will, from the Ultimate Team cards. He's got 5-star skills. He's young. He's quick. He's got flair. For £2 million, that could be amazing, because he's quite young. I'd imagine he's got, kind of low 80 potential, possibly high 70s at the least, but, probably low 80 potential. And that could be a great deal for us, Kelvin for just £2 million. We'll wait and see what happens there. However, we did manage to go ahead and get João Vitor and also Cristian Manuel Chavez on pre-contracts for next season for just £2,750 a week. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. I mean, of course, Fabricio, as you guys would have seen, we signed Fabricio for a pre-contract. He was only on £750 a week, and we gave him £2,750, and he accepted it. And that's exactly what's happened here with Chavez and João Vitor. They've wanted 15 grand, 20 grand a week. We've only given them 2.5 to 3 grand. And they've said yes. That's, if you guys play career mode, that is my number one tip for you guys. Scout South America, see the players that are on low wages and offer them really low contracts. Improved contracts on what they've got at the moment, but low contracts anyway. And they might just go ahead and accept them, and they could be really good steals for you guys. So that's my number one tip for you guys, if you will, on this career mode, on FIFA 14 career mode. But anyway, yeah, Kelvin is not happy. He does not want to leave Porto. He says he's perfectly happy playing for them, and he says that he doesn't want to leave. And Mark Beavers goes ahead and signs a new contract. So finally, after all of this time, Mark Beavers has signed a new contract, which is absolutely fantastic news for us. Because of course, Beavers, I did say I really wanted to keep him, and he's not an amazing centre back. Don't get me wrong, we're not going to be losing one of the best centre backs in the world, but he's an original member of the squad. He's English, and I do like English players for an English career mode team. And to be honest, I think he's been very comfortable this year. He was great in the Championship. He's been good in the Premier League, and even if Gutierrez does kind of take over as the number one centre back, he'll be perfectly fine to sit on the bench. So I'm really glad Beavers has signed a new contract. We offer Kelvin another new deal, because I'd love to get Kelvin in. That would be an amazing deal for us, really. And we'll wait and see what happens there. But the first game of today's episode, and the only game of today's episode actually, is against Chelsea here at the Den. So we take on Chelsea. Of course, they beat us by 3-1 in a reverse fixture at Stamford Bridge. So yeah, a little bit pessimistic about it, to be honest. Not really feeling that confident. Of course, Liverpool did beat us at the Den in our last game. They beat us by 2-1. So, we don't even have our unbeaten home record anymore. We've lost that now. So I'm a little bit nervous. Of course, the last year in the Championship, we had an unbeaten home record, and then we lost a game, and then, we started to be very, very tense playing in front of our home fans until the end of the season, and I'm worried the same thing might happen again. We're doing so well because we've had an unbeaten home record. Now we've lost that, we could start to sink a little bit. So hopefully that's not the case. Touch wood, we'll still be okay. But we do take on Chelsea with their fantastic side, so many world-class players in there, and of course Lewandowski is now their main striker. So we take on Chelsea, and the first chance did actually come to us in the 11th minute. A heavy first touch from John Terry allowed Kim Ojo to steal in, step over around David Luiz, and what a great great chances for a fantastic solo goal, but sadly Courtois makes the save, so the Belgian goalkeeper makes a really good stop there, and it's still 0-0. But the first chance did come to us, and again you see John Terry is the downfall for Chelsea. He gives the ball away, and Frimpong ends up winning a free kick here off David Luiz. It was a really odd free kick as well, because I didn't really think it was one. I can see why the referee give it, but it's kind of a debatable one really. So yeah, the referee does give a free kick, and Seb Larsson is standing over it. It's Larsson who strikes the ball, and he finds the back of the net. So finally the wait for the first free kick goal of the series is over. Seb Larsson scores it, a good free kick by the Swedish midfielder. And you know, when I signed Seb Larsson, I did say one of the reasons I signed him was for his set pieces. And in fact, here is the actual commentary from when I signed Seb Larsson, and here's what I said. We need a decent sort of passer of the ball, someone that's good at set pieces as well, like Larsson is, and you know, someone that could probably bang in a few goals from range as well. So, and that is exactly what we've got in Seb Larsson. I mean, he's been one of the most underrated signings of this series so far. I mean, yes, you can talk about how amazing Carrasco is, and Nyland's been a great goalkeeper. What a steal it was to get Fabricio and Edenilson on pre-contracts. But for 1.6 million, we signed Seb Larsson, and he gets his first goal from a free kick. It's his third goal of the season. He's been an amazing passer of the ball. He distributes it so well, and he finally scores a free kick goal too. So what a fantastic signing Seb Larsson's been, and I was so glad to get my first free kick goal of the series. But anyway, it was 1-0 here, but straight from kickoff in the second half, Chelsea look for the instant reply. Victor Moses goes down the right hand side. He plays a good ball over the top to Juan Mata. He takes the ball around Nyland, and he puts the ball wide. What a chance it was for the Spaniard there. He ran through, he rounded the goalkeeper, and really, yes, it's a tight angle, yes, it's his weaker foot, but to be honest, you'd expect Mata to score that one, but he doesn't, and it's still Millwall 1, Chelsea 0, and in the 66th minute here, we once again start from the back. Jack Robinson gets the ball from Nyland's throw. It comes to Brian Carrasco. Carrasco gives it to Seb Larsson, the goal scorer. Larsson plays it back to Carrasco. First time ball to Frimpong, back to Carrasco. Takes on Azpilicueta, beats him with the Ronaldo chop, goes down the right side, beats John Terry with a double step over, shoots from range, but it's a fabulous save by Courtois, and what a fantastic save it was there. He didn't even tip the ball over the bar, he just tipped it out for a throw-in. Amazing stop, but it's still Millwall 1, Chelsea 0, and in the 87th minute, a great chance for Chelsea here. It's Hazard down the left-hand side, takes the ball past Edenilson and Fabricio, but he puts the ball wide. What a miss by Hazard there. He did the hard work, he did every single thing right there, apart from put the ball in the back of the net. It was a poor attempt at goal, and he really should have scored there, but I guess I have to say well done to Gutierrez for putting him off. But anyway, we made a substitution as the game was being closed out here. We left our subs quite late in this game because the team was playing so well. I didn't want to change anything, but Frimpong was beginning to tire, and I brought on Ryan Gould, mainly because he hasn't really hit the height since we brought him from Dundee United at the start of last season. And to be honest, I thought with the game being closed out here, here's a chance for him to get a run around, you know, distribute the ball a little bit, get some get some confidence with some good passing. And anyway, he comes on here, but in the 90th minute, Terry gives the ball away again. He had a shocking game. The ball comes through to Stanislas. Ronaldo chops, plays it back to Ryan Gould, and what a finish it was by the substitute, with basically one of his first chances, first touches since coming on as a sub, and it was a really good finish as well. Gotta say too, Stanislas, what composure there. Usually I was thinking about, I thought I'd just blast the ball at the near post, but now I thought, no, I'm going to cut it back toward, behind Stanislas there. Behind Stanislas, and to Ryan Gould coming in. So, I could have shot, but I thought, no, I'll play it backwards. When Courtois is coming out of his area, to pass the ball backwards seems kind of pointless, but I saw the run of Ryan Gould, and I thought, to be honest, I've got the faith in the young man, and that's an amazing strike, it really is. I mean, sure, Courtois is out of his goal, but there's like 3 or 4 bodies in front of him. He's got to squeeze the ball through them all and find the top corner, and he did just that. So that was a great finish by Ryan Gould. That brings up his second goal of the season, and I was really pleased with that one as well. Both of his goals have come from, coming off the bench, so a really good finish. That makes it Millwall 2, Chelsea 0, and the Den is rocking, and it looks like we're going to have our first big scalp of the season. But an injury time, a great chance for Chelsea. Another good attempt there. I think it was Schürrle coming through, but he put the ball wide. But it did indeed finish Millwall 2, Chelsea 0, so very glad to get back to winning ways at the Den after that disappointing loss to Liverpool. So a great win, really pleased with the way we won it as well, and a very good win, 3 points, and I'm very happy with that. So Larsson and Gould with the goals, and a 2-0 victory against Chelsea, and a very magical night at the Den there. So a great win, and I'm very happy with that. And as you can see here, the last thing you'll see is Kelvin once again decline the contract. He just does not want to stay at the club, and it's becoming he does not want to come to the club, and that is really frustrating. So I would love to get him in on such a cheap transfer fee. But as always, guys, big thank you for watching today's video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. Don't forget, if you have, please leave a like, so that's much appreciated, and it really does help my channel out, and it only takes a second to click that like button, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.